welcome back. And in this video today, we are going to be talking about one dimension armies, or pretty much one unit armies. Now, this was a video suggestion coming from a player named Flying Piranhas. I'm going to actually pull him up right here because he did it in game. And we're going to look for him right now. There we go. Waiting for it to not bug out. I apologize for this. We're kind of waiting right now. We're gonna have to go do that again. There. Up. Well, his name. Oh, dang it! I apologize, everyone. When the internet doesn't want you to do a video. So he is from server 8. He is 219 million power. He is 1.68 million power. And he talked about me doing a video doing one-dimensional armies. Now this is his army right here, as you can see on screen. He is running nothing but helicopters. All 5 units are helicopters. Now we're going to discuss this topic at length today. Okay? Counting the pluses and the minuses and what there is to be taking advantage of. And oh my god, my connection today is just horrible. I apologize. There. So one unit armies are just pretty much 5 units of the same unit type, and that is it. And pretty much the benefits of this is that you are now using they're all the same, you can easily farm blueprints for these units through the conversion store, and you can easily, if you pull a gold plus, you always will have a unit for that type right there. So that means if you are, say you're going to be running a Liberty, a Vanguard, and a Martyr heli, we're going to use Piranha for example, and every time he opens a tank hunter crate and he gets a gold plus part, he's always going to have a unit for that part. So it really boils down to your play style, and that's the great thing about actually being a player in Warpath. You can openly design your army the way you want and the way you enjoy the game. And that's one thing I love about it. Like for me right now, I'm trying to find the best balance setup for myself because I want to get into base to base if I want to, or I want to be able to have an adequate base defense. And I love using my Liberty Heli. I actually thought about doing a 1 unit setup. You guys can drop a comment about that down below if you want. But here's the disadvantages about using a 1 unit setup. A 1 unit setup very much limits your play style, and makes it very hard for you to do certain things for your alliance. For example, if you are using nothing but helicopters, okay, and you're going up against a massive friggin' base-to-base player, you now have no defense against that player. He will eventually chip you down and you'll lose that fight. So you're gonna be, it's one of those things where you need to sit in the back and play aggressively on the front lines while other players support you by making sure they don't get to your base. But this can be very useful if you mix the unit dynamics. Say 3 helicopters, 2 howitzers, or 1 howitzer and 1 ATG for base defense. That could be doable, but it's about finding your balance and finding what you like and going for it. For me, I love the helicopter. I actually am debating in my head running a nothing but helicopter only army group. There's actually an infamous player. I think he's on server 14 or server 12. His name is Lead Farmer. He runs 3 Liberties, 3 Liberty light tanks, and this guy absolutely just decimates the field with it. There's my buddy Nepper, who also runs 3 light tanks. I mean, these are It's a very fun playstyle, and it is a very adaptable playstyle. And where field fighting is the main focus now for Warpath versus more so the base to base like the old days, this is a very possible unique setup that you can actually run and be very effective with. You won't be blowing up bases, but you will be able to possibly base defend pretty well, especially with a helicopter, because it's meant to take out armored units very, very quickly. And no artillery can fire over 5 grids, so if you're already at max, say your max turret, I can't remember the name of it, I think it's AA Firebase or whatever. Yeah, AA Firebase, level 32, you can now fire at 5 grids too. So there will be no range difficulty there, and helicopters do well against artillery, so that will be very effective. But the biggest drawback is not being able to contribute in every scenario. So, for example, for me, I want to run 3 fighter planes because I find them more functional, more useful than actually using a bomber. That is my drawback, because now if I wanted to, say, defend my base from an artillery group, I can't run a Liberty bomber or a Marder bomber or a Vanguard bomber. I'm forced to use these fighter planes. Now, I think fighter planes are awesome. I love them. I think they're one of the best units and well-designed units in the game. I don't like the cost of upgrading, but you know, that was a designer's perspective. But back to the topic. So as you can see right here, this is my setup, and this is a somewhat balanced setup. Would I change this setup to something else? Possibly, if I had the right parts. Am I considering it? Yes. But will it happen? Probably not. But you guys are free to leave your comments and opinions down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. This is Fubar. I got your 6.